What if Games Workshop created a hit list for Warhammer like Magic did?
Spiky Bits.
Welcome back, Hobby Maniacs. I'm Rob Baer from SpikyBits.com, and I wanted to talk about something that got me thinking yesterday. So, Magic the Gathering, which I play, well, I guess that's my hobby outside the Warhammer hobby, which became my career, I guess, so to speak. So Magic just did something kind of wild, and all the folks over there in that space are raising eyebrows because they recently put out a set called Spider-Man. You might have heard of it. And they sent out this email survey to folks, and they were basically like asking players to name names about who made them form a negative opinion about the set. And it got really deeper, and you can look this up over on YouTube or check out our article because I have screenshots from the actual survey itself. But basically, if you answer positively, it kind of was like, oh, you're not who we're looking for. But if you were negative about it, it finally got to a point where it was like trying to get you to dime out the content creator that made you think that the set was bad or a failure. And it got me thinking, what if Games Workshop did the same thing? So the Spider-Man set was a mess for Magic. Players hated it, sales tanked, and instead of owning the design flaws, Wizards kind of seemed to be looking for scapegoats, right? And the survey felt less like feedback than more like collecting a blacklist in progress. Now imagine if Games Workshop tried to do that with Warhammer. They already keep things pretty tight with their creator network between early access and probably authorized leaks. I think sometimes these leaks we see aren't necessarily actual leaks and authorized by Games Workshop, to kind of drum up hype for that week's new release product. The previews itself go to a specific few, so it always seems like, if you step out of line, you might lose your seat at the table. You may remember the Horus Heresy launched in 2022, not the most recent one, this summer. A notable influencer was cut from the program after crossing a line, and then the influencer NDAs got way stricter. But here's the thing. I think maybe a Warhammer creator hit list, so to speak, would crash and burn because the Warhammer community seems to kind of, be different. Players are vocal, skeptical, and we definitely love a bit of drama, of course. And we trust honesty over corporate approved hype. A lot of these Games Workshop reviews, so to speak, that come out the same day as pre-orders, it seemed like they're going down a checklist. Like they're all talking about the same thing, and there's a list of things they're not allowed to talk about. But when creators call out pricing issues and limited stock excuses and we swear it's not scalping moments, it actually builds more trust with their audience, not less. So I think both Wizards and Games Workshop share one big flaw, and they see criticism as disloyalty. I know regarding me and my channel, they definitely see my criticism as disloyalty. But instead of listening and being accountable, they seem to always try to double down on control. But in my mind, at least, honest criticism is what keeps these games alive. It keeps fans talking, sharing, and caring long after the new release smell fades. If you provide value with your products, it's crazy how successful they will actually be. And I've been saying that for over 15 years. Plus, let's be honest, if there's one thing that Games Workshop's proven, it's that it doesn't need outside enemies. It's perfectly capable of shooting itself in the foot at any time. Pick any issue, the company's pattern of half steps and bad PR really gives creators enough fuel for months. Ask me how I know. And so far, their shareholders really haven't seemed to caught on that the level of disorganization inside of Games Workshop is kind of staggering when you think about it. Anyways, well, enough about that. To me, that's the difference between Wizards and Games Workshop. Wizards might make a hit list. Games Workshop doesn't need to. Literally own worst enemy is themselves, or at least their marketing department, I feel like. So what do you think? Would a Warhammer content creator hit list ever work? Or would it just backfire instantly?
Thanks for watching. Supporting us is super easy. Just click on the article links provided, subscribe, or follow us right here. And remember, next time you're searching for the best Warhammer news, type Spiky Bits into Google to get the most accurate info. See you in the next one.